Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
One more time, record that shit. Put it on your shit. Listen, you are now rocking with Sir Jack. That's my man right there. You that guy, Ism. Appreciate you, man.
Sir Ism. Sir Ism's in the house. Sir Ism's in the house. All right, let's go.
What's going on, nephews? What's going on with y'all campaign, man? You did? Just getting a few things together here. Understand me? We up in here.
The map is speak.
Yeah. Get my mic together here, man. I gotta, get it together. I got it on a boom arm now, man. You see my game? Look at my game, man. I got it on a boom arm, man. You understand me? I got all kind of lights and, attachments. Different things up in here. You did?
Peace.
Yeah, man. I'm podcasting, man. I'm podcasting.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
Yeah, that's where you at, man. What's up with the Tik Tok Ban? They got everybody on high alert for the TikTok, man. What's going on, King Boss? What's going on with you, man? Salute to you, King Boss 11. I see you, man. What up, though? What up, though? Y'all coming with these cold names. What's up with you, brother Shamari? What's up with my loved one, my nephew? Banana Brothers, man. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, man. Stop playing with my game. Cynical One. What's going on with the Cynical One? She up in here. We up in here. In chilly cold blood. Yeah, man. What y'all think about this TikTok ban? Is it going to happen? TikTok ban, a lot of people career, a lot of these content creators that be on the balloon pop show. Everybody a content creator nowadays. All y'all ain't content creators, man. I'm the content creator. I'm the devastator. Eminem. What's going on, Eminem? You see that jumper? Look at that jumper, Eminem. Telling you, Eminem, I used to be cold in high school, Eminem. You don't want to see me? Eminem be hooping. Eminem, I'm telling you, in high school, I was cold, nephew. I was cold on a young bitch. In high school, boy, you ain't want to see me. Don't romp with my game. Eminem. Don't romp with my game. Look at Uncle Ism, Eminem. Look at that. You see that? Yeah. I had on them short shorts. You look at them short shorts. Oh, I had a couple of leg muscles back in the days. That's you right there. Anyway, Eminem. You play for Drake High School. Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all being up in here, man. 1-1. Eminem, and don't test me, Eminem. Boy, telling you, boy. I went all the way to the AAU championship in Arkansas, in Jonesboro, Arkansas, at Arkansas State. Don't romp. And I got a camera it ain't perfect, but y'all, now we in here though. We got the grainy camera, but we got top-notch equipment on the ass though. You understand me? So let's go into the CNN talking about this TikTok ban. Go ahead, player.
Developments overnight in the future of TikTok. Remember, a ban is set to take effect Sunday as part of a bipartisan law passed by Congress, signed by President Biden, over concerns of Chinese influence over the app. So the ban is Sunday, but the New York Times is reporting the TikTok CEO has been invited to Donald Trump's inauguration on Monday. Add to that, CNN has learned that the President-elect Trump is looking into possible stopgap measures to keep TikTok from shutting down. All right, CNN's Claire Duffy is here. So much uncertainty.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really the bottom.
Hold on with the uncertainty. We got the TikTok ban coming on Sunday, y'all. Y'all don't see what's going on out here? We just had the wildfires. We had P. Diddy first. Then we got the wildfires. Now we got the TikTok ban coming. That's going to be on Sunday on Trump's inauguration. Then you got Michelle Obama. She ain't been pulling up with President-elect Barack Obama, 44. She ain't been pulling up with 44. Michelle mad. Is she a black woman mad that he didn't vote for Kamala? Or is she a woman that's mad because they used to be at odds, Obama and Trump, and now they hanging out and talking? You know, sometimes we can get over our differences. Maybe she mad about that. Maybe she mad Kamala didn't get in there. She say she not going to the inauguration, and she wasn't there for Jimmy Carter's funeral. I remember when Jimmy Carter was president. So I know you youngsters, y'all don't remember that. Jimmy Carter, man, he was campaigning about the peanuts, man. You know, he used to do everything with the peanuts, man. He made a lot of things, like they make a lot of things with corn. This is before the vegans and all of this. This way back in the 80s, man, when Uncle Ism was a young, small squirt in the dirt. And those were our problems. Then we had Ronald Reagan, somebody tried to do assassination attempt, man, and walked up on him. I was in elementary school at the time. I know you wasn't even born, young player, but I'm giving you this game to edify your brain, man. I'm a historian. I'm your virtual uncle to help you so you won't be a sucker ducker. So then we got in the 90s and the crack era. Then we had Clinton. Clinton was cool. Woo, woo. You know, Clinton was like the hood Trump. Everybody liked it Clinton. You know what I mean? Now they act like Trump can't do no wrong. Hey, black people, y'all still got to get money. Hey, white people, hey, Mexican people, Indian people, Italian people, Latino people, you still got to get money. You got to find a way. Especially my nephews, you got to find a way. Whoever president. We had Arnold, the big buff dude. He used to be Miss America. He became the mayor. He became the governor, the governator. You never know. There's politics, politrics, polish. So we got the wildfires. They got Diddy. Okay. Now we about to have the TikTok ban, possibly on Sunday. Then we got the inauguration on Monday, and that's Martin Luther King's birthday. Did that rhyme? I didn't even try to do it. But let's check this out about this TikTok ban, y'all. Let's go.
Bottom line here is we're 3 days away from this ban, and we still don't know what's going to happen here, if it's really going away or not. We still don't know how the Supreme Court is going to rule. We're now hearing that Donald Trump is trying to take some action potentially to delay the ban going into effect, although, as you said, it's set to go into effect the day before the inauguration. And what that means really for users of this platform is they are feeling a lot of this uncertainty. If you are a creator who makes a livelihood on this app, or even a user who spends hours a day, as many people do, scrolling on this platform, those folks are already...
Y'all always can go to OnlyFans.
Seeking out alternatives. And we're seeing some of those alternatives surge in popularity this week. The biggest one is a platform called Red Note, which is actually a Chinese app. It looks a lot like TikTok. And what's really interesting is we're seeing a lot of American TikTok users flocking to this app, and Chinese users.
Y'all better be careful putting all these apps on your phone, man. Some of this stuff be viruses. So y'all want TikTok that bad. Y'all gotta have TikTok. I don't really watch TikTok that much. Y'all rock TikTok? Let me know in the chat. Y'all rock with TikTok? I'll be on YouTube 80-90% of the time with a little bit of Instagram. I don't really do the TikTok. How's TikTok?
Welcoming them, offering Mandarin lessons, offering them information about how to use the platform. I pulled up a good example of this to show you.
Dear TikTok refugees, welcome to Xiaohongshu. I know you probably don't understand Chinese, but there are 5 tips to help you make the most of this app. First, it's all about lifestyle. You can always find a better way to live and most comprehensive guide to everything.
It's kind of a hilarious cultural exchange that's happening. And many American users are there expressing frustration about the US government and essentially saying, if you're going to take away our TikTok, we're going to go find another Chinese platform that we can use. So that's been a really interesting dynamic that we're seeing. Another app that's really gained popularity is Lemon8, which is owned by TikTok parent company ByteDance. The company started pushing it in the US when talks of a ban really started bubbling up. And that's another platform that's really gaining. Those two platforms could still face the same sort of ban that TikTok is facing under this law. And experts told me that sort of gets at the challenge, this whack-a-mole challenge that the US government has in trying to avoid.
She said whack-a-mole challenge. I know y'all don't know what a whack-a-mole challenge is. Whack-a-mole, man. We used to go to arcades, man. They had the whack-a-mole. The little moles would come up and you whack them. Bap, 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 bap. Whack-a-mole, man. You youngsters don't know nothing about no whack-a-mole. You never mess with TikTok, Shamar? That's crazy. Eminem, you rock with the TikTok, man? They doing a TikTok ban on us, man. I might have to check out. Now, I see a lot of people rock with the TikTok, but I thought it was more ladies. I thought it was more people telling their stories and stuff. I just never, and then they always had all these speculations TikTok was going to put a virus on your phone. So, you know, Uncle old school, I ain't put it on there yet. Now, I might call my son, you know, one of my boys and be like, hey, son, you rock with TikTok? And if he rock with it, I might go with it. But usually, I don't be messing with stuff if I really don't know. Because I ain't trying to get no virus. I'm not hitting no links. I'm not doing none of that. So, you know, we have to figure out this TikTok ban a day before Martin Luther King Day and a day before the inauguration. Let's go.
Avoid Chinese influence over popular social platforms.
Well, those would certainly be twists, that's for sure. Again, if the CEO of TikTok is really coming to the inauguration on Monday, it's hard to imagine Donald Trump doesn't want to find a way to save it or won't do something.
It's about money.
Thank you very much for
it's about money.
In just 3 days, the U.S. ban of TikTok is.
Oh, this is an old broad right here. You know what I'm saying? They had the young broad on there. You know, Trump is about money, man. I know y'all be glazing Trump, but Trump gonna get the owner of TikTok to come to his inauguration. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna drink. We're gonna do some of the best things in the world. We're gonna see some of the best women in the world. We're gonna talk about business. We're gonna get money. And let's drink some top-notch Japanese, Chinese liquor. Let's drink some of this top-notch American whiskey, bourbon, you know, and let's figure a way out where we can keep getting money, man. No need to fight. I got the Supreme Court in my back pocket, man. I got 2 of them, 3 of them that I elected a few years ago. Don't worry about nothing. Come to the inauguration, and we're going to get everything together. See what I'm saying? This is how game work, man. This is how these boys is playing out here. Now, you see, they got this broad in here, man. Why do the snowmen, man, y'all don't like y'all women with no kind of frame on them, man? I mean, you know, a lot of players like a slender woman. I see a slender woman, I'll be like, ooh, she's nice, tight, and right. But this woman here, man, she's shaped like a boy. She ain't got no breasts. I mean, these ain't even A cups, man. Look how y'all like y'all women, man. No hips, just straight angular. I mean, and she probably don't eat nothing but an apple a day. Whole thing. I ain't saying you got to get a big Mama Lucci, but this little lady is so good, Lord. And she probably don't want to gain 1 pound that she can't be on the TV. Now we had this other little chick right here. I thought she was, you know, she's slim, but she ain't quite as slim as this lady. Go ahead, Miss.
What that means really for users of this platform is they are feeling a lot of this uncertainty. If you are a creator who makes a livelihood on this app, or even a user who spends hours a day, as many people do, scrolling on this platform, those folks are all.
Now, this is a regular style white woman. She's, you know, 120, 115. You know, if y'all mess with the snow, this is cool. But when they put this other one on here, you know, let's see her full body right there. See? She got some breasts on her to let her know that she a woman. She ain't got a bunch of junk in the trunk, but you know, she 5'6", 5'7". This is a woman right here. She talking nice. It looked like she got a wedding ring on. See, somebody went on and locked this down.
American users are there expressing frustration about the U.S. government.
And I know we talking about TikTok, but we talk about women too. But this new little thing right here, she on that pay. Nah, bruh. She on that powder right here. She on that nose candy, Jack. Go ahead.
170 million users here in the United States. And sources tell CNN that the president-elect, Donald Trump, is now looking at, debating, considering, looking at the options to...
Where's the top pieces? You ain't got no breasts? You could be slim like this with just the little A cups, but it'd be sexy the way you carry. She looking like she look tired in the eyes. She on that pay.
To push that off, at least for a time.
I know the skinny bras
the
on powder
platform up and running while they look for and try to find a U.S. buyer. CNN's Harry Anton.
No hips, not just straight. No, baby. Black men ain't feeling that.
Is running the numbers, not on the chances that Donald Trump will do it.
I have no idea.
But on just how big of a force TikTok really has become in this country. So how popular is TikTok?
Yeah, the idea that I can get...
She weigh like 80. She all skin and bones. Sheesh.
Donald Trump's head and know what he was doing on any particular moment, to me, is just something that is out of my wheelhouse.
Moving on.
Age 13 to 17, basically teenagers. I don't know if you have any teenage members of your family, Kate Baldwin, but if you ever look at their phone, they seem to be addicted to it, and they're scrolling through. What are they scrolling through? They're scrolling through TikTok. I mean,
and do y'all know in China, they don't let their kids get on TikTok to like 15. They ban them from TikTok. We just let the kids do what they want over here. No.
The map is speaking.
My goodness gracious, 2/3 of teenagers use TikTok.
It's probably more than that.
More popular than Instagram, more popular than Snapchat. Facebook's for old fuddy-duddies like myself.
Exactly. Facebook, that's for old people.
32% of teenagers use Facebook, and Twitter, X, which is my favorite platform, to be all honest, just 17%. And it's not just that they love TikTok. Teenagers are addicted to TikTok. TikTok's got a hold of them. 50% of teenagers use TikTok several times a day. So
y'all remember the boy Mobb Deep, Illuminati, got my mind, body, and soul. The mark of the beast. Now they want to put a chip up under your skin. Now they got you watching that screen. You ain't even paying attention to your surroundings. Somebody pull up with a blicky on you on your phone like that. Interesting.
So if TikTok went adios amigos, this would have a major impact on the daily lives of teenagers, at least in your life.
So this is 13 to 17-year-olds. How about everyone else?
Yeah, how about everyone else? So, you know, I myself have a TikTok account, but I don't really quite understand it. I guess I'm becoming an old fuddy-duddy. Adults who use TikTok, but even here, it's been a massive rise. So you go back to 2019, you can see it was just 3%. Now look at this. It's up to 32%. That's up nearly 30 points in just a 5-year span. Yes, Facebook is a little bit more. Yes, Facebook is number one, Instagram being number two. But it's really the rise of TikTok. It's really younger folks. Again, those under the age of 30 who use TikTok. There's a reason why Trump went and campaigned with those influencers. It's because.
Has influencers became the new politician, the new shapeshifters, the new what's hot, what's happening? Seemed like Kim K ended up, getting everybody on that once Kim K came through there and influencing and, because that wasn't even a job 10 years ago. I'm an influencer. What do you influence? Oh, fashion. Oh, Sheen. Oh, I forget these different things. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let somebody pull up in here tonight, man. If y'all want to pull up, man, pull on up. Tell me about it. Don't leave nothing out. How you feeling about this TikTok ban? Young man, young woman. Facebook is for the elder people, the older people. Instagram is in the middle. TikTok is for the youth. You know, they always want their thing. In the 70s, my mom and them used to wear bell bottoms, platforms. You know, now them hoe heels. Then the pants went tight. Then the pants went baggy. Now Drake and them wearing them back bell bottoms. There's only so many ways you can wear your pants. You know what I'm saying? So how y'all feel about this ban? How y'all feel that it's going to happen right around these wildfires? There's so much going on in the news right around the inauguration, right around Martin Luther King birthday. This is amazing. Let's go.
Facebook's for old fuddy-duddies like myself. Just 32% of teenagers use Facebook, and Twitter, X, which is my favorite platform, to be all honest, just 17%. And it's not just that they love TikTok. Teenagers are addicted to TikTok. TikTok's got a hold of them. 50% of teenagers use TikTok several times a day. So if TikTok went adios amigos, this would have a major impact on the daily lives of teenagers, at least in your life.
So this is 13 to 17-year-olds. How about everyone else?
Yeah, how about everyone else? So, you know, I myself have a TikTok account, but I don't really quite understand it. I guess I'm becoming an old fuddy-duddy. Adults who use TikTok, but even here, it's been a massive rise. So you go back to 2019, you can see it was just 3%. Now look at this. It's up to 32%. That's up nearly 30 points in just a 5-year span. Yes, Facebook is a little bit more. Yes, Facebook is number one, Instagram being number two. But it's really the rise of TikTok. It's really younger folks. Again, those under the age of 30 who use TikTok. There's a reason why Trump went and campaigned with those influencers. It's because to get younger voters, to get younger folks on social media, you don't go to Facebook, you go to TikTok. And the bottom line is TikTok has become a massive force in this country, and only one that has become considerably more popular as time has gone on.
Okay, so if it
No, Shamari. They're not going to get rid of TikTok. It's too much money, man. Too much money going on. Ain't no way they can get rid of it with all this money going on out here, nephew. No, Trump about money, man. There's one thing about Trump. He's a businessman. He going to make sure things happen for us in the business world. He don't like when America lose. Like he say, make America great again. Now, he good at that. You know, but some people act like Trump is the final all see of everything, of the world. He gonna save the world. Now he gonna do some good things, but life goes up and it goes down, and it goes up, you ride the wave. Now in a few years, when some Democrats get in there, we're gonna have to ride with the Democrats. It can't just go all Republicans and then it's gonna go Democrats, and it's gonna go Republicans. That's just how life goes. It's gonna be some ups, some downs, but you stack you some paper when you're riding a good wave. So when it get tight, you one of the brothers that save some money, because you went out there splurging, man. So Facebook is for the older people. That's what they saying. Instagram is a little bit of young and old, but TikTok is for the younger people. Now, a lot of older people getting on TikTok because they saying they making money. They got women on there spewing all kind of bull crap, and people is taking off with it. Because I see people on YouTube, and then they say, hey, I got 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, but I got 50,000 on TikTok. Some people blow up on TikTok. You know, I ain't never really gotten to the TikTok, but you know, this is the new game. So let's play the game.
it is so popular
Yes.
and it goes away,
Yes.
where do people go?
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, as I said,
Ooh, that woman,
TikTok has a massive hold on teenagers. TikTok has an increasingly strong hold
that woman is about 70 pounds.
on adults. But that doesn't mean that people who use TikTok only use TikTok. So who TikTok users, where else could they potentially go? TikTok users who also use, look, they're going to get their fix somewhere else, because take a look at this. 74% of TikTok users also use Instagram. You know, you can go on Instagram. I do have an Instagram account, Forecaster Enter, in case you're wondering. Or you can go over to YouTube. Think YouTube Shorts. 95% of TikTok users.
That's why they start coming with the YouTube Shorts. That's why they've been saying, get the YouTube Shorts. That's why they kept giving people all kind of subscribers for YouTube Short. And we thought these dudes was buying subscribers. Overnight, we like, man, how did he go from 10,000 subscribers to 100,000? Because he was doing the shorts. I even started doing some shorts in YouTube, like when I do the shorts, and boost your numbers. Because they seen it coming, man. I got to pay attention out here, nephew. You know, the future is right in front of your face. And a lot of things they do in Japan and China be the things they're going to do in America. You know, they already probably got the iPhone 20. Telling you, man, you got to keep up with the times, keep up with the game. So this is why they don't want the TikTok ban to happen. But the American people want it to happen, the Zuckerbergs and them, because they want their platforms to be number one. This is almost like a monopoly. Life is like Monopoly. Remember the board games, Life? I know y'all don't play board games. The board game Monopoly. And you try to get all the properties, but they have laws set in place where you can't be a monopoly. But Instagram and YouTube, they want TikTok to go away because you're going to get your fix somewhere. That's what the man just said. You understand me? If one drug dealer ain't got the drugs, they're going to go down the street. They dope fiends. You hooked on this stuff. And if the teenagers is hooked, they're going to be hooked for the next 10 years. When you get older, you might be like, I ain't got time for that. I got a job, I got kids. But the younger kids, they own that 24/7. Believe me.
People who use TikTok only use TikTok. So who TikTok users, where else could they potentially go? TikTok users who also use, look, they're going to get their fix somewhere else, because take a look at this. 74% of TikTok users also use Instagram. You know, you can go on Instagram. I do have an Instagram account, Forecaster Enter, in case you're wondering. Or you can go over to YouTube. Think YouTube Shorts. 95% of TikTok users also use YouTube. So look, they'll get their fix somewhere else, but it will still be a massive disruption in their lives, especially younger folks.
Let me ask you both about something else that has been a bipartisan issue here in Washington, which is TikTok, which Congress voted overwhelmingly in bipartisan fashion to ban the app. It's set to go in effect on Sunday. Congressman Nunn, we're hearing some reports that President Trump may be thinking about an executive order that would delay the sale. There is a provision of the law that allows that for 90 days. Do you think he should do that?
Well, I think, first of all, let's look at the House led on this, passed it, the Senate approved it, and the president signed into law. The Supreme Court's upheld it. Now, this isn't a ban.
The court may still weigh in, but yes.
Yeah, with TikTok on this.
We expect it to.
Yeah, exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
The TikTok on this is an app, and ByteDance, the parent company, is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Chinese. And we have seen for the last 6 months, Chinese through Volt Typhoon, Silk Typhoon, Salt Typhoon coming in and pillaging the United States. So we know the Chinese are incentivized to do this. I think that it's right from a national security side to divest from China being able to have its largest propaganda source right here in the United States. President Trump coming in, we've got a lot of deadlines coming up this Sunday, Casey, and I think it's important that we're clear with the American people. There's a new top cop in town, and he's going to have a lot of influence here on getting the Chinese to divest. In the same tone,
Wait a minute, player. Wait a minute, player. You keep talking about people divesting. You keep talking about people divesting. Is there some black women in here looking for a zaddy?
TikTok, the app, has an opportunity here to become an American company. And I think that ultimately their CEO may be joining the inauguration this week to have those direct conversations with leaders right here in Washington.
Congressman Landsman, do you see any upside to delaying this for 90 days? Should President Biden consider doing that before he leaves office? Should Donald Trump use this executive order if he doesn't?
I don't know. I mean, quite frankly,
Now, Joy Taylor, you see how this woman is dressed? I know we all over the place, but you remember Joy Taylor over there on FS1, Fox Sports? See how this white woman is right here? She's fully clothed. She's not showing those big cans and that peanut butter skin. Jason Whitlock, I couldn't contain myself. See, this is how you can be a upstanding host. She's fully clothed. She doesn't have a plunging neckline, so it can distract us when we speaking on business and politics.
Zach's right. The point is keep the app and get the company to disinvest from China. They just got to get out of China, because at the moment, because it is a Chinese-based company, China, who is a foreign adversary, they are at any time in a position to weaponize all of our data. And we're putting Americans at risk and our national security at risk. And so, if they can get this thing sold, that would be the best of both worlds. But, whether there's a delay or not, what we passed was the right decision.
Quick last word, Congressman.
I think this is a bold world. Look, if China wants to continue to play in this area and refuses to allow it to sell, I feel highly confident that there'll be another app that will immediately spring up in its place. We just talked about our kids. This is the generation.
Oh, I see what they're saying. They don't want China to have everybody information because they know they could breach everybody's information with this app. So you think you own an app, but they could breach your information. That's what made me kind of skeptical of TikTok. But they lure you in with all kind of incentives. Next thing you know, they hacked your phone and they got all your information. See? Cyber warfare. You know what I mean? They used to have mental warfare. Of course, they had field warfare where they're out there in the field. Then they had chemical warfare. Now they're having cyber warfare. Woo, nephew, is you ready? I have cybersecurity on my computer, ism. Yeah, okay, but is that going to work? Is that going to last? Is that trash that you got on your computer? The TikTok ban.
Where brand loyalty is not there, they're going to go to something
I
that
asked
they need.
my kids before the vote. I said, "Hey, I'm going to vote on this. Curious, do you care?"
Yeah.
Focus group of 2. The answer was like, no. They're both in their phones in the back of the car, and I was like, "Why?" And they're like, "Something else will come up."
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
All right. Well, it's nice to have some bipartisan ship break.
Yeah. I can tell they was definitely liberals. Bipartisan. It just matters who you like. You like the Cowboys, you like the Niners. If you like the Republicans, you like the Democrats. You gotta like something. You gotta vote one way or the other. You like the Eagles, you like the Chiefs, you like the Warriors, you like the Democrats, you like the Republicans. Are you a religion? Are you a denomination? Are you Muslim? Are you Christian? Are you Baptist? Are you Catholic? You got to be something. You got to pledge. Are you a thug? Are you a Crip? Are you a Blood? Are you a player? You a Mac? You're non-denomination, agnostic. They got something for you. Hasidic Jew. They got something for you, man. You got to join a club. Are you for fraternity, sorority, aka wee Q dog? Ooh. You have to join some kind of club, huh? What about your family club, fellas? What about your family? You got to join all this Greek mythology, all this Greek stuff. You know what them Greeks used to do. So now we got the TikTok ban, but it make us think. Did they just sucker us all in, get all our information, and use us for AI? They got all your movements. They got all you talking on the phone. What if they steal all your information? Now they got the AI robots coming. And I hear a lot of young players talking about, I'm going to get an AI girlfriend. Come on, man. Nephew, that ain't the game. The TikTok ban. Let's go.
This morning, time running out for TikTok fans. The app appears to be on track to be banned in the U.S. this Sunday. The Supreme Court yesterday passed up a chance to intervene, and Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton has now blocked an attempt by Democrats to postpone the ban, saying there will be no extensions, no concessions, and no compromises for TikTok. Cotton citing national security concerns due to the app's Chinese owner.
Guys, it's official. TikTok will be getting banned.
A law passed by Congress last year requires TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to find a buyer not controlled by a foreign adversary. But with no sale apparently imminent, Reuters reports TikTok is preparing to shut down U.S. operations, saying users attempting to open the app will see a pop-up message directing them to a website with information about the ban. There could be one last hope for TikTok fans. President-elect Trump, who takes office Monday, is reportedly considering an executive order that would give TikTok's owner up to 90 more days to find a buyer. The New York Times reports TikTok CEO plans to attend Trump's inauguration. Trump's nominee for Attorney General on Capitol Hill yesterday declined to say whether the Justice Department would enforce the ban.
Will you commit to enforce that law on your first day when you are, if you are confirmed?
Senator, as I discussed with you during our meeting, that is pending litigation within the Department of Justice.
Well, it's pending litigation, but will you enforce that law?
I can't discuss pending litigation.
You got to know how to talk. You can't just be a hot blonde and a hot piece of ass. You got to know how to talk. And I know it's stressful, but you got to know how to talk in front of Congress. You got to put on a good show. That's what a lawyer is, man. He knows how to tap dance when it's time to be on stage. Not only the black man and Beyonce and the performers and the Whitney Houstons and the Ushers, the Chris Browns, the Michael Jackson, the Princes. They're not the only one that can perform when it's time to perform. These lawyers perform a sing and dance. These congressmen perform a sing and dance. Politicians, politics,
Well, the Supreme Court still has time to intervene, although it's not looking likely right now. Meanwhile, many TikTok users turning to other apps like Red Note. That's also an app that's owned by China, but social media content providers also have thought diversifying to Instagram, Facebook, other platforms
That's
as
smart.
well.
We'll see if there's a 11th hour save.
This morning, time running out for TikTok fans. The app appears to be on track to be banned in the U.S. this Sunday. The Supreme Court yesterday passed up a chance to intervene. In Arkansas, Senator Tom Cotton.
we got all these dudes look like they didn't get no batches in high school. We got them voting on the law. Look at Tom Cotton with this long neck. This boy ain't getting no batches unless he was the quarterback. If he wasn't an athlete, he was in high school, he was a corny dude. He used to get a 3.5 because he said, I'm going to be a congressman and I'm going to get all them people back that disrespected me. He ain't even got a fade on his hair. He just straight normal. This is what you got to look, straight normal. And they doing some of the coldest disavowal things on earth. You got to be clean shaven. You got to keep your hair, no design, no fade. Tom Cotton, huh?
Has now blocked an attempt by Democrats to postpone the ban, saying there will be no extensions.
Yeah, I'm going to do the ban. Is this one of the dudes that's in the black match? He's still mad he didn't get a date in high school.
No concessions and no compromises for TikTok.
Oh, no, TikTok.
Cotton, citing national security concerns.
National security concerns. I couldn't get a date in high school. So now I'm going to ban TikTok. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Due to the app's Chinese owner.
Guys, it's official. TikTok will be getting banned.
Look at her. She ready to lose her mind. She's like, what I'm going to do? You get a job. That's what you going to do. You going to get a new job. Yeah, well, Shamari, that's part of the people in the politics. You know, you got to have that clean shaven. They don't really do the beards and the mustache. And exactly right, Eminem. Pile of tricks. Pile of shit.
Okay.
A law passed by Congress last year requires TikTok's parent company ByteDance to find a buyer not controlled by a foreign adversary. But with no sale apparently imminent, Reuters reports TikTok is preparing to shut down U.S. operations, saying users attempting to open the app will see a pop-up message directing them to a website with information about the ban. There could be one last hope for TikTok fans. President-elect Trump, who takes office Monday, is reportedly considering an executive order that would give TikTok's owner up to 90 Monday is reportedly.
So is Trump going to come say today? Is that going to be a feather in Trump's cap? Is that going to be a feather in Trump's cap? That he comes save the day with the TikTok. And people that didn't like Trump, oh, he saved the day. All these people that didn't like Trump, all these different ladies that didn't like Trump, that wanted Kamala, let him save the day, and they content creators. And he made a way for them still to get some paper. So they can come on there and tell you about these stories and show you how to cook some chicken and rice. They might start liking Trump then. It's amazing how things go, ain't it? Tell you, nephew, the game is cold. The game is cold, nephew. That's why you got to be icy cold.
considering an executive order that would give TikTok's owner up to 90 more days to find a buyer. The New York Times
Say giving him 90 days, man. I'm giving you 90 days, player. Then he got this Asian boy. He look kind of serious right here, though. Look at this boy. He look like he ain't about no bull crap. I don't know, Trump. This young boy look like he about his business. If you don't want to rock with me, I infiltrate the country. He look like he's still down for his Chinese, for his country. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I know the white guys is down for their country. I know black men is down for their country unless it's some money. Anytime a black man gets some money, you can bring us a big forehead, light-skinned woman or some money, and we'll be a sucker ducker. That's all you got to bring us. But these Asian boys, these white boys, these boys don't be playing.
Too much ism, you dig?
These boys don't be playing. These boys, when they come, they be about their country. They already got paper. You ain't gonna sucker them with some little sexy woman. You ain't gonna come. They'll go against you. I'm Chinese, and that's what I am, and I'm gonna go down with my country. I'll be a martyr. I'll be one of the people that took down the whole United States. These boys here don't play. The same way like a lot of white guys say it's too many people taking over their country. Y'all know this is the white man's world. I don't know why y'all be trying to act like that. Black people, we got to get our own business together and start at home. You got your business together with your children. You got your business together with your woman. Start at home, nephew. Beat Donald Trump in your house. Be president-elect. Be Biden in your house. Run your house. A lot of men ain't even the president of their house, man. What's going on with the game out here?
reports TikTok CEO plans to attend Trump's inauguration. Trump's nominee for Attorney General on Capitol Hill yesterday declined to say whether the Justice Department would enforce the ban.
Will you commit to enforce that law on your first day when you are if you are confirmed?
Senator, as I discussed with you during our meeting, that is pending litigation within the Department of Justice.
Well, it's pending litigation, but will you enforce that law?
I can't discuss pending litigation.
That was smart.
Well, the Supreme Court still has time to intervene, although it's not looking likely right now. Meanwhile, many TikTok users turning to other apps like Red Note. That's also an app that's owned by China, but social media content providers also have thought diversifying to Instagram, Facebook, other platforms
That's
as
smart.
well.
We'll see if there's a 11th hour save.
Now, sisters, you see how this woman right here is dressed? We talking about TikTok, but we talking about sisters too. She got natural hair. She got a nice dress on. She ain't showing no skin. Sisters, y'all need to look. I ain't telling you to be a white woman, but y'all don't always have to have the cleavage out and your rump out. This is a nice outfit with your hair together. Men like this. So, what y'all gonna do when this TikTok ban come about? Y'all gonna be able to survive? A lot of Instagram and TikTok users, they about to fall by the wayside. You gonna be able to handle it? Nephew, you gonna be able to handle it?
A common misconception about this potential banning of TikTok is that it's only going to impact US-based TikTokers. I am here to tell you that that is simply not true.
It's not true.
If TikTok gets banned, it's going to impact all of us, whether
All of us. She got a nice lips on her. You know, she giving me a Jodie Watley vibe. Y'all don't remember Jodie Watley? Look it up, young niggles.
based in Europe or Africa. So today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how. By the way, guys, I ummed and ahed about whether I was going to make this a podcast episode or whether I was going to make it a YouTube video for a while.
Wait, baby. Hold on, darling. You know, that's an old school. You know, I'm an old school nigga when I use the word darling. Darling, I'm just a man. Wait, darling. I like the way she said podcast. Let me do that again, man. I like the way she said that, man. Don't get mad at me. Say it again, baby. And I like them lips on this girl.
All of us, whether we're based in Europe or Africa. So today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how. By the way, guys, I ummed and ahed about whether I was going to make this a podcast episode or whether
a podcast episode. I like that, man. That might be hot doing sex. And she started talking like that on your Sir Ism podcast. Oh, I might be like, hey, Podcast. I like the way she say that, man. I'm just saying, I need to hear it one more time. Sorry.
Today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how. By the way, guys, I ummed and ahed about whether I was going to make this a podcast episode or whether I was going to make it a YouTube video for a while, because this is the type of stuff that I like to talk about in my solo podcast episodes over on the Creator Project. I decided to do both. So if you want to listen to this on the go and you don't have YouTube Premium.
Hey, fellas, it's the same way a lot of women might like you, because you from down south, you got a southern twang to your voice when you talk. A woman just be like, "Ooh, I'm so in love with the way you talk." So a lot of players, I know y'all want to be passport bros, but what you could do if you're a player from the south, maybe holler at some women on the East Coast, maybe holler at some women on the West Coast. So when you talk, they'll be like, "Ooh, I love your accent." Some East Coast players, you might talk to a woman in Seattle, California, Oregon. It's a different vibe. You don't have to go all the way to Brazil. You dig? And she be like, "I love your accent." And then you be like, "Oh, I love your East Coast accent." And sometimes it just be natural. Sometimes me and my father be talking. He'd be like, "Hey, son, give me that cheer." I'd be like, "What? Cheer." That's how Southern people talk. So we have a Southern twang. Some people say I sound Southern, but I love the way this lady talks. It kind of turns me on. The way she say certain words. We might be in the middle of having something, you know what I mean? It's some grown-up time. And when she say it like that, it kind of give me a little, ooh, I like the way you say that, baby. Yeah. Ravage me. Yeah.
Can listen to this over on my podcast. And also, if you didn't know I had a podcast, because I don't talk about it as much as I feel like I should, I do have one. I interview creators and industry professionals over on it. And I also have solo episodes where I talk about subjects just like this. Link in my description. All right. So one of the first things, and also I think the most pressing thing that's going to happen if TikTok does get banned in the US, is that there's going to be a huge YouTube and Instagram rush. So what I mean by this is there's going to be a huge amount of creators who are doing well on TikTok based in the US who will suddenly not be able to use that app unless they want to use like a VPN or anything like that. But for the majority, they're not going to be able to use the app anymore. So what are they going to do? They're going to look elsewhere. And whilst I know a few people are already doing this, and claps for you, there are a lot of creators who aren't doing this yet, and they kind of
see, but I needed to still be, black with it. Because some of them, they start thinking they uppity and they like snooty, and I'm better than you. Tea and crumpets. I'm better than you. I'm from England, and I speak the King's English. I wanted to still be able to have perfect English, but still can get gutter when need be, and still can get sexy when it's time to get sexy. They just had a brother the other day. What did he say? He said he like clatch it. That's classy and ratchet at the same time. Just like they want a hood dude to have a doctorate degree. Sometimes it's just some little turn-ons that we like as people. Let's go.
Sticking their head in the sand and just crossing their fingers that TikTok is going to remain. So if TikTok does get banned, Instagram, or maybe they're even your main channels, you need to listen up.
Listen up, listen up, listen up.
Because not only will there be thousands of creators now suddenly putting all their energy into these other platforms, but there's also going to be a huge rush of content, because a lot of these creators will start to repurpose their old TikToks and use them as YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. In addition to that, people are going to be posting a lot more on Instagram and YouTube simply.
This woman here is giving some good info, man. We got to go back to the front, y'all. We at 209 right here. We got to go back to the front. Let's make sure we give her props. The Creator Project.
On my podcast. And also, if you didn't know I had a podcast, because I don't talk.
We got to give her props right there. The Creator Project. Let's give her props, man, because she's giving us some good info, y'all. Go ahead, baby. So we don't like to not give people their props, man. Give her their props. She came and she giving us some good TikTok information for your podcast. You understand me?
About anything else, you dig? Because I don't want to give these people too much ism, you dig?
Whether I was going to make this a podcast episode or whether I was going to make it a YouTube video for a while, because this is the type of stuff that I like to talk about in my solo podcast episodes over on the Creator Project. I decided to do both. So if you want to listen to this,
now y'all go subscribe to the Creator Project. Creator Project. Well, Miss Jade, man, she cute, man. She kind of got a long face, got a long chin, but I could learn to love it though if she treat me right. She made me one of them English breakfasts with hella tomatoes and shit. They be having sausage, meat, eggs, toast, English muffins. They be having hella shit on it. You know what I mean? Sausage links, sausage, bacon. You be like potatoes. You be like, what is this a breakfast? They be having the brunch and the breakfast together. Breakfast at one. Go ahead, Miss J.
This on the go and you don't have YouTube Premium, then you can listen to this over on my podcast. And also, if you didn't know I had a podcast, because I don't talk about it as much as I feel like I should, I do have one. I interview creators and industry professionals over on it. And I also have solo episodes where I talk about subjects just like this.
Kind of give you a Lauren Hill type vibe.
Link in my description. All right. So one of the first things, and also I think the most pressing thing that's going to happen if TikTok does get banned in the US, is that there's going to be a huge YouTube and Instagram rush. So what I mean by this is there's going to be a huge amount of creators who are doing well on TikTok based in the US who will suddenly not be able to use that app unless they want to use like a VPN or anything like that. But for the majority, they're not going to be able to use the app anymore. So what are they going to do? They're going to look elsewhere. And whilst I know a few people are already doing this, and claps for you, there are a lot of creators who aren't doing this yet, and they're kind of sticking their head in the sand and just crossing their fingers that TikTok is going to remain. So if TikTok does get banned, those creators are going to turn to Instagram and turn to YouTube among other platforms, and they're going to start to share content there. Now, why is this a problem, and why is this going to affect the rest of us? Well, the result of this is going to be a huge influx of content on YouTube and Instagram. So if you are currently already on YouTube and Instagram, or maybe they're even your main channels, you need to listen up.
Listen up, listen up, listen up.
Because not only will there be thousands of creators now suddenly putting all their energy into these other platforms, but there's also going to be a huge rush of content, because a lot of these creators will start to repurpose their old TikToks and use them as YouTube shorts.
So what do y'all think? Is this going to help YouTube? But I know the Zuckerbergs and the people that own the YouTube, the Google people, they don't want TikTok getting some money. But this how it always is. You know, the Chinese people, they always know how to do the copy, the cut rate, the double up, the anything that come out, they know how to copy it. Let me just put it like that. They know how to put the blim on it. Yeah, you got the real one, then you got the blim. So TikTok, a lot of people making their living on TikTok. Is it going to survive? We got the Brit with the accent. You know, black people been all over this world, boy. I tell you. Go ahead, baby.
Shorts or Instagram Reels. In addition to that, people are going to be posting a lot more on Instagram and YouTube, simply because that's what a lot of people are used to over on TikTok. So not only will there be more creators on the platform, there'll be more repurposed content on the platform and more fresh content on the platform, because people will be posting like 3 to 5 times per day.
Wait a minute. You got to be careful with that, because they're going to always demonetize you and tell you reuse content. YouTube code, they'll take reuse content. What is reuse? They just make anything reuse content. So repurpose. So do I need to say repurpose content and not reuse? Come on, YouTube. Stop hating on the game.
because that is what they're used to on TikTok. To add fuel to this fire, there will be this sense of urgency there as well, because people will be looking to Instagram or YouTube, amongst other social media platforms, as their lifeline. People will be panicking ever so slightly, and that sense of urgency and that panic will be rubbing off on their strategy. They'll just be posting everything and anything, and a lot of it, because that's probably what's worked for them on TikTok in the past. But as we all know, TikTok is a different beast to YouTube and a different beast to Instagram. Just because that was working there doesn't mean it's going to work everywhere else. So what does this mean? And why is this potentially a bit of a problem? It means that all creators who will be active on Instagram and YouTube and other platforms during this time will potentially go through a period where they will struggle to get attention on their content, because there'll be so much other content flooding everyone's news feeds. Now, it is worth saying that along with this additional content, there might come an increase in the amount of attention on that app, because you can assume that a lot of people who used to use and watch TikTok a lot may potentially divert their attention to YouTube Shorts or to Instagram Reels. And therefore, the two things may balance each other out. However, I'm willing to bet that it's going to take a little while for that to happen. I think there'll be a period of time, 3 months, maybe 6 months, where we will be in this situation where our content.
It's amazing how this stuff goes. Y'all remember in 2020 when we had the C-19 and everybody was doing content in KS and everybody was watching him, and a lot of people still use that high value man word, and a lot of different things was going on, man. You know, now we out of that, and he passed away. RIP to that brother. Condolences from the Macosphere to that brother. You understand me?
The Macosphere.
But a lot of brothers still living on his content, living on his concepts about life. Then we got out of that pandemic, and now we, moving on forward. Now we got old Trump back in there. Now they trying to put the TikTok ban. You ever notice how life moves and adjusts, fellas? That's why you got to be ready to adjust and move, fellas. Every 5 years, your life takes a turn. And in between those 5 years, 10 years, that's a long time. And if you around here being incelish and don't want to talk to women, and then you on this high value tip, and sometimes you become a sucker ducker. So right now we got this TikTok thing going on. We got Trump coming up in here. We just had old Cat Williams going off on everybody. We all want to talk about Travis Hunter and his girlfriend. We got P. Diddy locked up. The world takes a turn every 3, 4, 5 years, man. And this is why you hear in Player News. Uncle Wisdom be trying to give you the game, man. Now we on the TikTok ban. It's a cold world we live in, man. Are you ready, nephew? Are you ready, nephew? It ain't going to stop for you. It's going to keep going. The world is going to end. The world may never end. There is no higher being. What they did in the 1700s, 1600s, the 2000s, BC, before BC. The world's still here. No one's bigger than the world. No one's bigger than the game. No one bigger than your government, as they say. So you better believe in something. You believe in TikTok? Maybe TikTok is your answer. But this lady right here is giving us some good information. Y'all go subscribe to her channel. Miss J, looking like a little Erykah Badu, little Lauryn Hill thing she got going on. You know what I'm saying? I might have to come over there to England. My son been over there. I might have to go over there. You understand me? When I was young, only the military men went overseas. So I see the young brothers going overseas. I like that. But y'all be tricking off on a bitch. Stop that, nephew. Take this game with you everywhere you go. Wolfman Jack, let them know where they at.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
Don't you ever forget, man, for you be one of these sucker duckers around here. Go ahead, baby. Give us some more info.
reach is a little bit lower than normal, our engagement is a little bit lower than normal, and we may struggle to kind of break through amongst all of the noise. The people who will struggle the least, though, are the ones who have already done the work to create a foundation and create an audience on Instagram and YouTube before TikTok gets banned. So if you are someone who hasn't quite managed to do that yet, or maybe it's on your to-do list, now is the time. Another thing that's going to happen as a result of the TikTok ban, and this one will definitely impact like creators and influencers who work with brands through brand partnerships, is that more money, it will potentially flood the marketplace. Let me break this down for you. By the end of 2024, influencer marketing is predicted to be worth $24 billion, right? Globally, $24 billion should be circulating the influencer marketplace. It doesn't mean that all of that money is necessarily being paid directly to influencers. It just means that $24 billion is being exchanged between different parties as a result of influencer marketing. By the way, my source for this and any other numbers that I share are going to be in the description. Now, if we dig into that number a little bit further, we'll actually realize that around 1.25 billion of that is specifically spent on TikTok influencers. So around $1.2 billion is being paid or exchanged as a result of TikTok influencer marketing within the last 12 months. What do we think is going to happen to that money if TikTok is banned in the US? Because remember, I'm talking about literal TikTok influence marketing in the US only. It's not like that money is just going to be like poof and disappear, right? I have spent a lot of time working on marketing budgets back in my corporate time. And I'll tell you right now that most marketing teams, if they've been given £500,000 to spend on TikTok influencers that year, they're not going to give that money back or give it to a different team. They're going to redirect that money.
Let's get that money, baby. 5 million pounds. $5 million, whatever it is, baby. Let's get that money. Let's get that paper. The TikTok ban. Are y'all ready for this? I know a lot of people on YouTube, we only watch YouTube because I really don't watch TikTok. They say it's more of a younger thing, but it's a lot of paper. Some people don't blow up on YouTube, but they blow up on Instagram. Some people don't blow up on YouTube, but they blow up on TikTok. Vice versa. They blow up on TikTok, but they're not hitting on Instagram or YouTube. You know what I think about this, nephew? This means you need to adjust your game. Adjust your game, man. Whatever it may be. After TikTok, it's going to be something else. Like I told you, I remember when Jimmy Carter was in there. Then they had Reagan. Then they had Clinton. Then they had the Bushes. Then they had Obama. Now they got Trump. Ain't none of them your savior. You your savior. Save yourself. That's what they say, help the women and children. And a lot of y'all be mad at the women and children. Come on, players. We leaders out here. We men. They say protect the women and children. They ain't say nothing about men. They don't care about men. Now they got the TikTok ban. Are they infiltrating your phone? All your information on TikTok. What if it's all a psyops? What if it's all they gonna hit one button on TikTok and they take all your information? Now they done sent your money or sent your information to some scammer in Nigeria. You know a Nigerian nigga scam you in 5 minutes. It's cold out here, nephews. It's icy cold out here, nephews. Y'all better be ready for this storm that's coming. We're going to see the TikTok ban. It's supposed to go up on Sunday. Trump trying to get a 90-day, you know what I mean, continuance. And he want the young Chinese owner of TikTok to come to the inauguration and give him a 90 days. Maybe he can sell the company and still get money. But they trying to take his company. They're going to be like, okay, you know, these other boys, Zuckerberg and these other boys trying to monopolize. Can we give you 50%? Can we give you 60%? They doing a muscle job. They're like, you going to make some money? We got to make some money. They doing a muscle job on the boy. This is the game. Y'all talking about game don't exist. They running game right in our face. The TikTok ban is big money, man. It's always about big money. Are you a fool?
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
Come on, man. Nephews, get your life together. Take care of your family. Each one teach one. From a prince to a king to a god. Get you a woman for your legacy. So when the TikTok ban come and the YouTube ban come or whatever come, when somebody pass away, when it was Clinton in president, when it was Obama in president, when it was Biden, when it's Trump, you got to run your family. You got to lead your family. That's your country, your nation. You know, as a black man, we got to do what we got to do. Stop playing with our game. The TikTok ban in the Macosphere.
The Macosphere. Peace.
Peace, family.
Just ahead of Max Talk. Wanna see my Mac walk? Ism.